iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome in here tonight, race fans, to the Eldora Speedway here in Rossburg, Ohio. Tonight, the Tagarè Property Management Pro Late Model Series is here. Pro Dirt Late Model Series, we should say. Let's specify we are playing on the dirt here tonight for the American Sim Racing Club. It is week number 2 here for all these drivers. Of course, last week Sean Hayes set down a blistering pace at the end of last week's race. So, well, he's here tonight, race fans, and a rule here with the American Sim Racing Club is, of course, if you win a feature event the next week that you come into competition, the exact next week, 7 days here to the sanctioned event, you, if you make the A main, have to start shotgun tail end of the A main field here tonight. Last week, we sent one driver home. Tonight, though, more drivers than anticipated have logged in here to Eldora. So tonight, we will be sending a number of drivers home. Currently, all these drivers are out there in qualifying, trying to see if they can set the quick time here tonight. Eric Lake, of course, did set quick time last week when we were at the Knoxville Raceway. So it's a whole new ball game. Knoxville, big and wide. Berm down to the inside and a big old wall on the outside. Here tonight at Eldora, it's still big. Little more banking down into corners 1, 2, 3, and 4 around this track. The problem is they do get narrow up off the corners. So these drivers are going to have to be mindful here tonight and make sure they mind their P's and Q's. It's all going to start with a great qualifying attempt as these drivers are out there. We will have 4 heat races if we need, and I was informed tonight, if we were to need it, 2 last chance qualifiers. We'll wait to see what race control has to say about that one here tonight if we have to go back and use those 2 last chance qualifiers. 4 drivers will qualify in straight out of their heat races here tonight, so we'll get 4 out of each heat. and then 4 more we should be picking up out of the last chance qualifiers, but we will get that clarification once we tally up who is all here tonight and who is not. Of course, one driver that did make last week's show that is not here tonight. Of course, Brian Wilderson not here. He is out on vacation. So, Brian, if you're tuning in, wherever you're tuning in from, we do miss you here tonight, and we can't wait to see you back here with the American Sim Racing Club's Tagarè Property Management Pro Dirt Series because, well, we love to see all of our drivers out here. And while we're talking about our friends over at Tagarè Property Management, we got to thank them for coming on board. Founded back in 1989. That's right, race fans. Before I was born and graced this beautiful earth that we have here. Located down there in Fredericksburg, Virginia, Tagarè Corporation specializes in management of home ownership. It's the Home Owners Association across Virginia. Make sure to check them out and get involved with the home ownership. And we got to thank Tagarè Property Management, this season's primary sponsor. Here on the dirt side of things for the American Sim Racing Club, so we thank them, and we thank everybody that checks them out. Getting ready here in just a couple of seconds for the first heat race of the evening, and it is set. It is ready. And this is, of course, the starting lineup here tonight. Let's see if we can get that one up and rolling here tonight. Starting lineup for heat race number 1 will look like this. A bunch of hot shoe drivers here tonight. Driving car number 51 out of Tennessee, the 399 Esports. This is Jacob Lassiter. His outside had to go through the last chance qualifier to make it in last week. This is the Payne train of Andrew Payne in car number 93. Starting P number 3 here tonight, second row inside. It's the Rogers.com entry. This is going to be Tim Rogers in the number 21. Starting to his outside, first-time dirt racer. This is going to be the number 1 of Tanner Tallarico. Starting in P number 5, missing week number 1, but he's here in week number 2. It's car number 27 out of Carolina. This is Kyle Meadows. It looks like Nathan Henry in car number 59 here tonight will roll off from P number 6 with Josh Cottle in car number 13, starting in 7th. Michael Witt, the Iron Man. Here tonight, Iron Man Motorsports number 26 will roll off from the 8th position. Brett Hahn in car number 71. Mr. Jet will go 9th. And it looks like starting dead last here, heat race number 1, it is going to be Eric Papano back there in car number 43. He will start shotgun to the field. Here tonight in our heat races, we do have 8 laps the distance, so we're going to turn them loose here in just a couple of moments, and you will get to see these Pro Late models sling some dirt all around this track here tonight. Race fans, we thank you for tuning in here tonight, and, well, it's going to be a great night of racing here at Eldora. So heat race number 1 is set. You see them all out there on the speedway. We're going to drop the hammer. Lassiter and Payne, your front row. They're come around this time, and we're dropped the green flag. It looks like 2 drivers did not take to the starting lineup. Josh Cottle and Eric Papano missing the grid here tonight, but we are green flag racing for the first time here. And it is going to be Jacob Lassiter going to the outside. A little bit of a slide job there from the RogersCars.com, number 21 of Tim Rogers. He'll slide up, and it will make him lose at least 1 spot here. Here comes the Payne train down to the bottom side. Lassiter going to lead lap number 1 here tonight at Eldora. 1 lap in the books. As it looks like 3 wide, here comes Tanner Tallarico down to the bottom of the Turn 3 Racing Network. Beautiful booth car. Beautiful looking car out there. Let's see if he can put it up towards the front. Right now, Tanner Tallarico working the bottom side of the Brett the Jet entry. Jet up against the top side of the shelf. 5 laps to go. That time by at the line. A little bit of a wall ride there. These drivers all trying to still get acclimated here tonight. 5 to go. Jacob Lassiter has led every lap. Tim Rogers stuck to the outside right now. Brett the Jet going to go down to the bottom. 3 wide racing this time by out of turn number 2. They come. They're going to settle it back now. 1 car sideways. Looks like Kyle Meadows in the number 27. A little out of shape back there, but he got it all figured back out. He gets back onto the hammer. He'll lose a couple spots here. Tanner Tallarico 3 wide as he goes high wide and hands him to the outside here tonight. As Rogers was right there in the middle. Rogers going to go back down to the bottom side. It looks like the Jet had to cool the Jets here. 2 to go. This time by, next time by, we'll see the white flag actually here tonight in the first heat race of this evening. Everybody looks like they have found the spot that they want to be. Jacob Lassiter leading. He'll pick up the white flag here in heat race number 1. Andrew Payne, Tanner Tallarico back here. And look at Brett the Jet. He knows that is the final transfer spot without having to go to a last chance qualifier tonight. He'll throw it to the bottom side of the speedway. Rogers going to go to the outside. It'll be Lassiter, Payne, Tallarico. Final spot. Tim Rogers will lock himself in here tonight to a feature spot. Brett Hahn, Nathan Henry, Michael Witt, Kyle Meadows, Josh Cottle, and Eric Papano all having to go to a last chance qualifier here tonight. So heat race number 1 going to go to Jacob Lassiter in car number 51. That means heat race number 2 will be making its way onto the speedway here in just a couple of seconds. And this is how heat race number 2 tonight is going to look. Heat race number 2, starting on the front here, it's going to be the 9-star of Sean Hayes. His outside, Brett Carlton, and the 942 will go P number 2. Drew Cox there in car 63 is P number 3. Mr. Bruce Perry in car number 39 will roll off in the 4th spot, while Joel Grisham there in the number 250 will go 5th. John Kane in car number 29 will roll from the 6th position, while hailing from north of the border, car number 939. Glenn McIntosh will go there to P number 7. It is Big Charles Darling, the flounder of the car number 88. He will go back in P number 8. And starting 9th here tonight is going to be Ron Haglund. Will start in the final spot here tonight. So 9 cars here in heat race number 2 tonight here at the Eldora Speedway. As you see them all out there on the speedway. The Rocket Eye Racing Wraps 9-star. Sean Hayes will start his car in the front row. He will be the first one to fire off here. So as he gets ready, put another 8 laps up on the board here tonight, race fans. Slow start brings them down. A little contact back there, but we are racing here. Heat race number 2. Go, more contact. It looks like that was Brett Carlton. He was trying to make a quick move, as he will actually find himself into P number 2, as Drew Cox is going to be hot to trot there in 3rd, but look at the 4th spot. Grisham back there. Joel to the bottom side in the 25D. Grisham right now has picked up the 3rd spot. He's the biggest mover so far here in heat race number 2 tonight. Drew Cox back here on the bubble right now. Bruce Perry down to the bottom side. Perry going to try and throw a little bit of a slider. Not going to quite be able to go all the way up the hill there. So here comes the 63. Cox back to the outside, and he is ripping the high line here tonight. Perry still holding his own down there in car number 39. They're going to draw even at the line. Give it to the car 63 with the inside lane. A little bit shorter distance into the corner. He'll try to slide up. Perry had the opening for just a moment. Not going to quite be able to do anything with it. As we look back here on our Tagarè Property Management bar camera here with Bruce Perry. Crossover move, though. Here comes Drew Cox. He'll go right back down to the bottom side of the speedway. He'll now try to make the move for that final transfer spot. Haynes under attack, too. He's got a couple fast drivers back behind him. That's the 25. Grisham back there. The 25D is up top, trying to get around Carlton. Carlton still down there in the 942 entry. You see him go way down to the bottom side of the speedway as the popsicle sticks are going to fly this time. Here we're in heat race number 2. It looks like Sean Hayes picking up right where he left off last week, and that is out front. He'll have another go around this speedway, though, to see if he can put the 9-star back at top of the boards at the end of this heat race. Good battle, though, for that 2nd spot. Perry has also got 4th position and now has started to open up a good gap back there, so that is the final transfer spot. Final time down here in 3 and 4. Sean Hayes will be looking up at the flag man. He'll pick up the win here in heat race number 2. Grisham going to be 2nd. It's going to be Carlton, Perry, as that's your top 4 drivers that will go to the A-main event. Locked in, Kane, McTavish, and the rest of the field will all have to go to a last chance qualifier here tonight. So heat race number 3 going to start to make its way to the starting grid here tonight. And this is how your starting lineup looks here for your heat race number 3. Starting on the front row, the driver out of Montana, the Turn 3 Racing Posse 00. It's the Mountain Man of Doug Ungari. Starting P number 2, driving car number 25, it's the RHU Racing of Nick Fleury. Starting B number 3, driving the 78J, this is Joel Phillips. Starting back in B number 4, driving car number 95 here tonight, Michael Bengin. Starting in B number 5, making his first start here tonight, driving car number 946, the Rev Esports racer out of Tampa, Florida, this is Dalton Williamson. Dan Parmley in car number 710 will go from P number 6, where Jamie Beasley will roll off the 4-car 7th. Richard Pruitt will drive car number 24 here tonight and start 8th, with Bryson Clark going back there as the final driver in 9th starting position. Cars are out there on the speedway, race fans. What do you say? Let's hear it for your racers here tonight. Who do you have here in heat race number 2 to join Jacob Laster and Sean Hayes in the top 2 spots? Remember, Sean Hayes, though, did make the A main event. That means he will be dropping all the way to the back of the field when it comes time for the feature event coming up here in just a little bit. So his top spot isn't going to be a top spot for very long. iRacing.com pace truck will make its way into pit road, and it will put another 8 laps up on the board. Here we go. 8 laps the distance. Doug Ungari will lead us into turn number 1. Ungari leads us into turn number 1, and a great battle just behind him, right on board with the Longhorn chassis. Driver out of Montana looking back there. 3 wide, racing back there for the second. And oh boy, one of them going to go up and over. I think that's the car number 95. No, actually, that is the 25. Excuse me, the Dr. Pepper number 25. Up and over. Nick Fleury has gone up and over. I think the 95 also up involved with this one. We'll have to take the look back here and see what just happened down there in the corner. It does get tight off the corners. We talked about that in the pre-race show here tonight. Let's take the look. Watch that number 25, Dr. Pepper entry. There's Joel Phillips. Oh, the old shovel nose. Shovel nose gets it. The 95 of Bengin in the 95 here tonight. Using the old shovel nose on that 95. Take a ride on board. There you see the little tap with the right front. Up and over. You see the number 25 sitting like a turtle on the front straightaway here. See the 95 also trying to see what kind of damage he has to that car before he got fired back off. Watch it as they come down here. Watch the closing rate here. See the 25 get a little push down into the corner. He just got tight, and the 95 was back in the gas trying to ride the high side to pick up some spots. And it's just going to shovel right underneath and up over goes the 25 here. That's what's going to set them behind the 8 ball. Coming back to the restart zone, though. Ungari says, here we go. He hits the gas, and 1 lap completed here tonight. Actually, it looks like the caution laps did count here in the heat race, so 4 laps going to be the distance as the battles for second. Dalton Williamson just inserted himself. 1 driver going to get turned. Joel Phillips going to get turned around there in the 78J entry. As possibly, actually, the caution lap's not counting here. We're trying to see on our timing and scoring. Of course, we did just get an update here to our timing and scoring pylons here at the Eldora Speedway. So that could be throwing us a little bit of a loop here tonight. But the 78J of Joel Phillips has gone around in that Longhorn chassis entry. The JPI Designs entry. Take a look back here. We saw it all start to unfold, but what really transpired down there, there's the 78J. There's Dalton Williamson there. Slid up in front, and Dan Parmley nowhere to go in the 710, and he was right into the back of the 78J of Phillips. There's the 95 of Michael once again. He just got involved in that one. Watch from a different angle there. You see that 39 Swindell Speed Labs car. That's Dalton Williamson, the driver out of Florida. There's Parmley, and a very hard hit there for Phillips. Took a big shot tonight to that car. We'll see if he can carry on. No quick repairs here in the American Sim Racing Club's Dirt Series here for the Tagarè Property Management. As if you get some damage, I was told you have to, unfortunately, come down pit road and then see how much damage you have and if you can get it fixed and get back out onto the speedway. So we're going to give it another whirl here. It'll be Doug Ungari starting P number 1, Dalton Williamson there in second, Jamie Beasley in third with Bryson Clark there in that final transfer spot, back in the 4th spot. iRacing.com pace truck set to turn in this time by, and we're giving it another go. Green flag back into the air. As the timing and scoring starts to adjust, let's throw 6 laps on the boards this time, race fans, as everybody races down into turn number 1. Out of turn 2, it's still the driver out of Montana leading the way. Dalton Williamson trying to go down to the bottom side of the speedway. There you see him. He's not going to be able to. He's going to slap the wall. Tail tank slapped it right off that quarter panel. Dalton Williamson hanging on to it, but the battle's back here. Here comes the 78J. Contact for a couple drivers back there. It looks like they're going to try and go. More contact up here. Bryson going to get the 73. All sorts of out of shape. Him and Fleury and Phillips all just made contact, sending Clark up the speedway in car number 73. He was able to hold onto it, but he's going to lose a lot of ground here as they work down the back straightaway. 4 laps to go. Doug Ungari has checked out like he checked out in Montana. Nobody around the 00 right now, as that final spot is being held by car number 25 of Nick Fleury. He did take the toe to pit road, remember, race fans, but while he took the toe to pit road, they went back green flag racing, did not get a lap completed under green flag, so Nick was still down at pit road. His crew was able to get it fixed, and he's back out there on the speedway, and he is battling to lock himself in here tonight. Popsicle sticks up for Doug Ungari here in heat race number 3, so Doug Ungari looking to try and take heat race number 3 here tonight as he'll come back around here. Will he be able to do it? Final lap around the speedway. These two drivers right now are battling each other right on the cut line here tonight, as it will be Doug Ungari, the driver out of Montana, picking up heat race number 3's win. Dalton Williamson, Joel Phillips, and Nick Fleury, your final driver that will lock in here tonight. Clark, Parmley, Beasley, Pruitt, Bengen, all having to go to a last chance qualifier here tonight. So the driver out of Montana got to pick up his first heat race win ever here with the American Sim Racing Club Pro Dirt Series, presented by Tagarè Property Management, as that will finish our 3rd heat race here tonight. Looks like we will go to a last chance qualifier here next, so that's next up onto the docket. Who will win the LCQ? So 3 heat races tonight. LCQ coming up. And this is your starting lineup here for your last chance qualifier here tonight. And it looks a little bit like this. Starting on the front row, it's going to be Brett the Jet Hahn there in the number 71. His outside, driving car number 73. It's the Long Shot Motorsports, Bryson Clark. Starting in P number 3, driving car number 939, Glenn McTavish. We'll start 3rd. Starting back into the 4th position, Michael Witt in car number 26. And then it's going to be Jamie Beasley, car 4, starting 5th. Drew Cox driving car number 63 will roll off from the 6th spot. Josh Connell in car number 13 will roll off from position number 7. Michael in the number 95. It looks like they got that 95 repaired and out onto the speedway. So he will actually be able to start. Bengen will roll off in the final spot here tonight. So this is the LCQ. So that will put 12 laps the distance here in the last chance qualifier here. There's the Tagarè Property Management Last Chance Qualifier is about to take the green flag, as there it is. Brett the Jet says, let's go, boys. Chase me to turn 1. So he'll take the early lead, putting McTavish back here. Witt, as they're all battling with Clark. Clark has the spot. Here comes the 26. A little bit of that shovel nose action. One car hard into the outside wall. Going to take a handful of them with. First caution flag going to fly here tonight, as looks like Glenn McTavish is on the roof of that 939 down in turn number 2. One car rolling away. That's Drew Cox. And another driver, that's going to be the 26 of Witt. So a couple facing the wrong direction down in turns 1 and 2. We're going to have to see what all started that one down into the corner. Let's take a couple looks at it. Let's watch this perspective here. The truck has got this one queued up. Looks like the 73 just a little bit A little slow off the corner, didn't quite get back into the gas, and oh boy, all heck broke loose down into the corner. So, well, lap 1, caution flag number 1. Let's take the look back and right on board here. You're watching the perspective here for Drew Cox. There you see him, nowhere to go, into the outside wall, and McTavish made a huge right-hand turn into the outside wall. So that puts us underneath the caution flag for the first time in the last chance qualifier here tonight. Gonna double them back up, though, as it does look like McTavish is down on pit road still, so I don't know if he'll be able to get car number 939 back out there. So, Hahn, Beasley, Cottle, your top 3 drivers here. Bring them back around here and fire it back off. Here we go once again, coming back up to speed. Ben getting on the throttle. One car into the outside wall. Drew Cox is going to lose a couple spots as he'll fall off the back train here. There'll be 10 laps to go here in the last chance qualifier. It's still Brett Hahn, Josh Cottle out front. Right now, those are the 2 for sure transfer spots here tonight, as they are trying to run away and hide. Go on board here with Cottle, who's currently running in that second position. He's picked up 5 spots since we went green flag racing. He was able to kind of sneak his way through a little bit of that chaos on the opening lap of things. Beasley also there in that 4 car. He was involved in a little bit of damage to that right rear quarter panel. See if that's going to really affect the aerodynamics here tonight, if he's able to really put it up against the board or not. 7 to go. A couple drivers have fallen off here. There you see Bryson Clark. Car number 73 having a lot of damage, and that car is a little bit off the pace down the straightaways here tonight. 6 to go. Brett the Jet is jetted out. About a half a second race lead over Josh Cottle, who's currently holding the provisional 2nd spot. But I'm looking at the lap times, and I can tell you that 95 you see there on the screen, he is starting to make up some ground here on Cottle, so he's got to hurry it up as they're going around. McTavish right now, he's working the outside of the speedway, the driver out of Canada. Got wrapped up and put onto his lid in the 939 entry. He's out there just getting some laps in here tonight, hoping maybe something can happen. He can find his lucky clover leaf and get in. Hahn will be looking at 2 laps to go here. So 2 to go, and the fastest car on the speedway was actually Cottle that time by. The 13 found a good little bit of moisture out there. Out there ripping the top side. Popsicle stick's going to go in the air this time by. 2 laps to go here at Eldora in the LCQ. Believe we will have one more last chance qualifier actually coming up here tonight. A white flag into the air for Brett Hahn. All he has to do is keep that number 71 right where it is, so Brett the Jet going to pick up that spot, and the battle for the final transfer spot. Josh Cottle will take that. Everybody else, unfortunately, going to have to load him up on the trailer here tonight and head it home. That 95, though, you got to give a attaboy to that crew. Michael Began had that car really tore up here tonight, but he had battled through and made it all the way into this last chance qualifier and came up 1 spot short. Next last chance qualifier, it is going to be 2 last chance qualifiers here tonight. This is your starting lineup for the last chance qualifier number 2 here tonight. Going to take 2 more cars out of this one, and this is how they line up. Driving car number 29 here tonight, driver out of the Midwest, this is John Kane. Starting in P number 2, actually, driving car number 59, this is going to be Nathan Henry. Dan Parmley in car 710 will start 3rd. with the big Darling, the 88 of Charles Darling in 4. Kyle Meadows will start car number 27 here tonight in the 5th position in the last chance qualifier number 2. The number 24 of Richard Pruitt will go 6th. Ron Haglund will start car number 963 back there in 7th, and Eric Papineau back there. Car number 43 starting in the 8th position. Haglund looks like he is not going to take the grid here for the last chance qualifier, so that is going to put him out. So 7 cars have made the truck onto the raceway. There you see those 7 drivers. So it's the final race, final chance to get yourself into the big dance here tonight. Who is going to do it? 2 more spots up for grabs. 12 laps once again going to be the distance, and let's see if the old driver out of the dead shot stables can get this done. Charles Darling going to start on the outside of row number 2. See if he can get that 88 up to speed and put himself into the show. There it is. The green flag is up. Little contact back there between Pruitt and Papineau, but they keep both cars pointed into the right direction. Kane out front. He is going to lead us off turn number 2 down the back straightaway for the first time. Parmley, though, he's going to go to the inside of the 710 entry, the unsponsored 710. The yellow and red entry going to take that final transfer spot. And Darling down to the inside, a little bit of a slick spot there. And now here comes Kyle. Old Kyle in car number 27, drinking a monster out there. And he is coming. He has gone around 1. Now that's going to be the second driver he's going to look to take a spot from. Richard Pruitt back there driving the number 24 Exalta entry. He's up around the outside. Oh, he's going to jump over the cushion a little bit. He's going to grind it into the outside wall. He holds it up there. Everybody able to work around the inside of the speedway. The 59 right now of Henry is sitting in 1 spot out, and look at Meadows. Meadows now working the inside there. He's throwing it in, trying to get it right up against car number 59. Maybe they're making a little contact. The Valpo. Number 59 right now is the fastest car on the speedway, but Kyle Meadows still a very quick car. They're just right now on the outside looking in. Everybody still trying to chase down John Kane. Parmley right now has that final spot, but here comes Valpo. Down to the inside, Nathan Henry trying to make it slide up in front. He does. He'll make it dance up in front of the 710. Parmley, though, right back down to the bottom side of the speedway. Not good enough to squeeze the ketchup or the mustard out of that one. He'll have to refocus, regroup. Still 6 to go. It'll be 5 to go this time by at the line. The flagmen's waving at all of them, saying, hi, how are you? Here we go. 5 more times around the speedway. Last chance qualifier number 2 on the racetrack. Nothing happening up front. Darling still holding on to P number 5. Eric Papineau back here. Oh, one of them jumping the cushion. Kyle Meadows in car number 27, the Marine, up and over. Have to regroup, refocus. Can he get back on the loud pedal? He was already up right there knocking on the door, but now he fell back. What does Parmley have left in this car? Right on board with him. Handful of laps to get it done. The driver out of Virginia. He likes to fly high. Now he needs to get up against the outside and see what it can do here tonight. Popsicle sticks in the last chance qualifier number 2. This time by John Kane, going to come across. Still see the white flag. He's getting run down right now. Here comes Nathan Henry, but will he have enough? Is it going to be John? Will it be Nathan? Dan Parmley and Charles Darling back there battling. It's going to be John Kane putting himself in the show from the last chance qualifier number 2 with Nathan Henry. Also putting himself into the dance here tonight. Parmley, Darling, Papineau, Meadows, Pruitt, all going to have to go home here tonight, unfortunately. So that leaves only one more thing to do here tonight, race fans, and that is So go through the starting lineup here for your feature event here at the Eldora Speedway. This is how your starting lineup will look for the A main here tonight. Driving car number 946, making his first ever dirt start here. It is going to be Dalton Williamson, the driver out of Tampa, Florida. Joel Grisham, due to the invert, will start P number 2. He's got car number 25D to go 2. Number 93, it's the Payne train, Andrew Payne. He will start 3rd. Doug Ungari will go 4th. He also won his heat race number 3. Heat race number 2 went to the number 9 star, Sean Hayes. He will have to go all the way to the back of the show here tonight and try and work his way back up. Jacob Laster won heat race number 1. He'll go 6th. Tanner Tallarico in car number 1 will go 7th here tonight. 8th here tonight on the starting lineup will be Brett Carlton. Starting 9th will be Joel Phillips in car number 79, Jay. And rounding out the top 10, it's the RogersCars.com and 21 of Tim Rogers. Bruce Perry will roll the 39 car from the 11th starting spot, while Nick Fleury will go from 12th. 13th here tonight on the starting lineup grid. Looks like it will be Brett the Jet Hahn in car number 71. He will go from the 13th. 14th will go to John Kane in car number 29, while Josh Kahlo goes in 15th. David Henry in 16th. Michael Bettingen in the car number 95. Dan Barnley in 18th. And Jamie Beasley. Does look like they actually took Charles Darling also here. 20 cars into the feature. It'll be 40 laps the distance here tonight. So the field is set. The cars are on the speedway. You hear the motors ripping and ready to roar. Dalton Williamson, Krischel to the outside of him. The Tagarè Property Management A main is underway here tonight at Eldora. One of them hard off the inside wall. That was the Payne train. He just went down to the bottom. They were stacked up 4 wide down in turn number 2. 4 wide racing back here. Tanner Tallarico down to the bottom side of the speedway. Someone, that looks like that's Carlton. 3 wide. This is back here for the top 10 spot. 10th spot under fire. Bruce Perry has it in the 39 down to the bottom side, and they're 4 wide behind them. That's for the 15th spot. They were 4 wide all over the racetrack. 4 wide racing. You can't script this any better here tonight, race fans. 4 wide racing on lap number 1. Dalton Williamson, the race leader. 1 car jumped up over the cushion, the 00. The driver out of Montana up over the cushion. Doug Ungari. 1 car looks like they have gone around, though, down here entering corner number 1. The number 29 of John Kane has gone around. He did get it refired, but car number 29 came to a stop, and that's what's going to put us into the first caution flag here tonight on lap number 3. Take the replay look back. Let's see what we can find out here. Let's watch it together. There you see the 29 right in the middle of the speedway, and a little contact, and the shovel nose. The 9 star into the back of the number 29. Going to turn around John Kane. Of course, John did pick up the last chance qualifier win from our last chance qualifier number 2. Watch this amazing drone camera we have here tonight at Eldora. There you see the contact from the 95 up in, and then there was the 9 star. Call it a 3 car, a little bit of an incident down here to put us under the first caution flag of the evening. A lot of good racing, though, here to start this one off. So it'll be Williamson still down to the inside. Grisham to the outside. It does look like Ungari's going to get lucky here because the lap did not get completed. Last time he crossed the timing and scoring loop, Doug Ungari was being scored 3rd. And to the outside, Andrew Payne in car number 93. Jacob Laster right there. A brand new paint scheme on the max screen, number 51. Dalton says, let's fire them back up here, boys. Green flags back into the air here tonight at Eldora, and a great start by everybody. No 4 wide racing this time, but a lot of these drivers making it all work down to the bottom. The 78J trying to work his way around. A little contact back there. Bruce Perry got into the back of the number 21 of Rogers, but he was able to gather it up. Everybody stays pointed in the right direction. Up to the outside. Oh, Bruce Perry going to put the 38 machine. The great higher entry up into the outside wall there. He'll lose the ground, but he'll try and regroup here. Doug Ungari back up into that 4th spot now. Here comes Jacob Lassner. Usually going to see Lassner ripping the inside. He's up to the outside here. Ungari down to the bottom. Going catfishing here at Eldora. Ungari really trying to find a little grip down to the bottom side as Lassner's going to make his way around. Here comes down to Tim Rogers, number 21. See him up to the outside here trying to make it work as it'll be 7 laps completed. Dalton Williamson has been able to lead since the drop of the green flag here tonight. Tim Rogers, though, the man on the move. The RogersCars.com, number 21. Tim Rogers has picked up 5 spots since we went racing here tonight. All drivers are still on the speedway here. One driver having a little transponder issues, but the 21 of Rogers going to go down to the bottom, test the water. Not going to work. Right behind him, though, Phillips, and that 78J is battling with the 00 of Doug Ungari right now. And look who is up here. Now inside the top 10. Had to start 20th on the grid. It's the 9-star, last week's winner in that Rocket iRacing Wraps. Number 9-star, Sean Hayes, is coming to the party. Say hey, kid. Oh, the 13, Josh Connell. A little bit sideways there. There were 3 wide with Brett Hahn to the outside, the asphalt racer out there in the Midwest. Driving that Tagarè Property Management, RogersCars.com, number 71. He's trying to figure out where he wants to go. Joel Phillips is right there. Doug Ungari's right there. Also, Ungari going to slide down the speedway a little bit. He's going to go to the bottom side because, well, that 93, something happened to Andrew Payne. He did not get off the corner. Slide job, Doug Ungari. He'll pick back that 5th position from the 93. Putting Andrew Payne back there, a little contact there for the 9-star. They both kept it going, though. That shovel nose coming into effect there. Doug Ungari wants to try and run away right now. The driver out of Montana is getting hounded because the 93 is there. He'll go down to the bottom side of the speedway. What will he be able to do with it? Will he be able to slide up? He won't be able to. He'll have to let Ungari go right back around the outside. That's a painful feeling when you throw a slider and you just can't quite clear the driver. Out front, though, this is Dalton Williamson. He's gone down to the bottom side of the speedway. Look at Crisholm. He's going to drive the 25D from the top side to the bottom side, and that's going to allow Jacob Lassner to get right back up in here. Slide job for the race lead here on lap number 15. Will he be able to hold it, though? That's going to be the question. Down to the bottom side, here comes Dalton Williamson. He'll go to the bottom side. He has the room to slide up, but he's going to keep it down to the bottom side. New race leader here with 25 laps to go. Joel Crisholm going to now take the race lead. And there goes Jacob Lassner. He's trying to scoot around the outside, too. Tim Rogers still back there running fourth. Doug Ungari rounding out the top 5 here with 25 laps to go. Dalton Williamson just rolling down on the bottom side. Dalton Williamson more known for his asphalt ability here on the iRacing.com platform as the caution flag waves. Caution flag is out. Andrew Payne, I believe, has gone around, and he is off the speedway, and oh no. There it is, the 9-star. Sean Hayes has got tore up. The left front pulled up off the ground there. You see in the Rocket Racing iRacing Wraps. Looks like he's going to actually have to bring that one. No little trouble coming to pit road. So he'll come to pit road. Let's see if this is where the caution flag is going to come out. I'm not quite sure. Maybe some issues, as it looks like. I think what was the problem here is the 9-star had a connection issue with our iRacing server. As remember, every driver is actually racing from the comfort of their own home, their own race shop. As you see the heavy damage on the 9-star entry. That rear end, the chassis all knocked out of whack. So it was we're calling it an electrical issue for the driver of the 9-star, and well, with him not going to be able to finish this one off, he will not get the 6 bonus points that he would have if he would have been able to win this race. Of course, the winner of each race does have to take the Tagarè Property Management Back to Front Challenge, and that is, of course, if you win, the next week you start out back, and if you can make the A main and start out back and come to the front and win, it's an extra 6 bonus points. Unfortunately, Sean Hayes will not go back-to-back here with the American Sim Racing Club Pro Dirt Series presented by Tagarè Property Management. But what we will do is go back racing. Green flag back into the air, and a great start by Grisham, but not by Dalton Williamson. He's got Doug Ungari all over the back end. Here comes the 21 of Tim Rogers to the outside. Rogers going to work very fast to the outside here. He wants to get up there and battle with the top two because he has had one of the fastest cars here all night long. Ungari going to come off the top side. That's going to allow Joel Phillips to take the 78J up there. And look at the man who at one time was on his lid and now is inside the top 10. He had to come through a last chance qualifier from being on the lid. The Dr. Pepper number 25, Nick Fleury, is sitting there in the 7th position. Fleury going to work to the outside. Ungari still back down to the bottom side. There is Carlton. He's out to the outside. He'll be able to sneak to the outside of the 25 on Fleury. 3 wide down into the corner they go. Ungari's down to the bottom side. Caution lights coming back on, and I'm not sure where this one is going to be here tonight. But the caution lights are back out onto the speedway. No indication of who that caution flag was brought out by. Possibly Andrew Payne having some issues in car number 93. See if it was the number 93 of Andrew Payne, as he was down into the corner, and it looks like the 93 looks A-OK, but the official's throwing the caution flag. Maybe just out in front of him, I'm being told, with the 29 of John Kane. We'll see if it is John Kane. See him working to the inside of Jamie Beasley, and there's a little contact there. The 4 up into the outside wall, but I don't see that to be the caution flag. So unsure of what the caution flag is here, so we'll just have to chalk it up to the old Kyle Busch shoe booties out there onto the speedway. That's all right. That's just going to give us more side-by-side racing action here. What do you say, race fans? Because now we're going to restart. It's going to be, it looks like that is going to be the 25D of Joel Grisham at the front of the field here. He'll have Jacob Laster, Tim Rogers, Dalton Williamson, Doug Ungari, your top 5. Joel Phillips, Nick Fleury back there 6th and 7th. Brett the Jet Hahn is here tonight. He is back into the 18th position with car number 71. Green flag back into the air, though. 21 laps, and we're going to get the 20 to go that time by on the restart. Great start by Rogers, though. He is going to be looking for the race lead out of turn number 2. He'll go to the bottom side with that number 21. Rogers going to go to the bottom side, keep on digging down there. He got around Jacob Laster. Will he get the lead? Oh, he's going to insert himself. That is for sure. Laster says, fine. If you want to go high, I'll go low, and we'll see where we both end up. He got a great run. That was Jacob Laster. Caution flag back out onto the speedway here, as it looks like this time it is going to be Andrew Payne in car number 93 going around, and I believe he's got company with possibly the 39 of Bruce Perry being involved in this one. Well, there's only one thing we can do, and that's going to check the caution flag out here. Oh, look at the 3 wide. There's Brett the Jet down to the bottom side. There goes the 4 up into the wall. Beasley just overstepped in, and oh, I believe the 39 of Bruce Perry just took the shovel nose and was right up underneath, right on board here. Riding on board with car number 39 of Bruce Perry. There you see the 93, and let's see, right there. Around goes Beasley. Around goes the 39. Both do get refired. There you see the 93 of Andrew Payne back there. Slow it down right here. You're going to see the 93 come up the track and the 39 go down. 39 then. Oh, look at the squeeze play there from the 29 of John Kane to the 71 of Brett Hahn. And right here is where it's all going to go wrong. All the drivers fighting for the same positions here. And a little contact to the 59 of Henry to the 93. And then, whoop, there's the 39. Around they're all going to go. Kept it on all 4, so that's the most important part here tonight. Did make a little contact, though. So, we're going single file, and we're going to fire them back off here after the fourth caution flag of the evening here in the feature event. Grisham, Rogers, Lassiter, Phillips, Ungari, your top 5. So it'll be under 20 to go, 18 to go when we took the green flag. Couple drivers back here that are under attack. And, well, Dalton Williamson is hard into the outside wall. So is the 13 of Josh Cottle. He was into the wall, too. So a couple drivers trying to get all they can on that restart and going to lose a couple spots. Here comes Nick Fleury. He is now up into the 6th position in car number 25. He's looking underneath the asphalt. Driver is Dalton Williamson. Fleury going to try and take that spot now from Montgomery, and he's going to try and show these guys that the bottom here can work. Chuck Darling back there, going to bang doors with Tanner Tallarico. Tallarico down to the inside. I think he just scratched my picture. I think he just dinged and dented the right side picture of that number 1. Oh, man. Tanner Tallarico, you got to do a little bit better job. Two drivers going to overstep at that time out of turn number 2. Lassiter stepped it into the outside wall. Tim Rogers stepped it into the outside wall. Christian going to come back across the line, though. He is the race leader as we go on board. That Tagarè Property Management bar camera just hanging out the back. We got to thank those Tagarè Property Management people for crawling under each one of these American Sim Racing Club late models and putting these cameras on, because they are absolutely a treat and we love them every week. Ongari, though, is going backwards. Not a treat for him right now. The driver that picked up heat race number 3's win is trending and trailing backwards. The other turn 3 car of Tanner Tallarico has just got around him. So the 1 of Tallarico now up into the 8th spot. But look at this man. He came from a last chance qualifier number 2. It looked like he had missed it by 1 spot, but he did get qualified in. Bengen making it in from the last chance qualifier, picking up 10 spots here tonight. 10 spots in the feature event and still counting. Tallarico literally putting that number 1 front left up against the wall there, allowing the 00 of Doug Ungari to claw his way back into the picture. But out front, this is the battle. 3 cars under the blanket here with 10 laps to go. Count 4 cars pretty much, because Joel Phillips is right there. Big moment there as Joe in the number 25D. Looks like he had a little connection issue there. Blinked out real quick. Oh, Tim Rogers going to step over the cushion out of the exit of turn number 2. The RogersCars.com, number 21, jumped up over the cushion, gave a little ground back to Jacob Lassner and Joel Grisham. Joe going to step over it now. Jacob Lassner, both of them into the outside wall, pushing hard here. That 399 eSports driver really would like to put it up front. He's got second, but boy, is he hungry. He could really taste, he could see that number 1 prize here tonight. Six laps tonight here at Eldora. Everybody has pretty much found a home right now. Dalton Williamson back here started up front on the front row, and he's all the way back here running into the 11th position. This time by, 5 laps to go. The flagman's going to wave at him. Look at Jacob Lassner. We knew he would go to the bottom side at some point here tonight. The driver out of Tennessee. And the Max Green, number 51, went down to the bottom side. Oh, he'll bank it off the wall coming out of turn number 2. Really trying to get everything he can get. That thing is set on flex, that's for sure. 4 to go. Grisham out front. Carlton trying to make a move here back on Joel Phillips. This is back here for the 4th spot. 4th and 5th side by side. Didn't last very long as the outside worked a little bit better for the 79J. 3 to go when they come across the line here. There's you see Nick Fleury also back there. But the battle, keep it locked right here. It'll be the popsicle sticks this time by. Top 2. 2 laps to go. Lap traffic will be a factor here tonight as Beasley is right there in the Mountain Dew number 4. He'll move down to the bottom side of the speedway. He's going to allow the 2 race leaders to go to the outside. One driver banking it off the wall there. You heard the little contact, but with the white flag in air this time by, it's the final trip around the speedway here tonight at Eldora. Final time around the speedway, and Joe Grisham has the race lead. He'll get sideways, a little contact there. He'll go down to the bottom side. He'll try to protect 51 of Lassiter going to chase him down to the bottom. It'll be in the drag race. Contact. Lassiter leading on him. He'll get him back. And it'll be Joel Christian picking up the win here tonight at Eldora. Jacob Lassiter will come across the line as your unofficial results scroll. Across here tonight, it is Lassiter in second. Rogers hung on there for third. Carlton in fourth. Phillips going to sit there in fifth. Fleury in sixth. Mengen back there in seventh. Tallarico was eighth. Hahn was ninth. And Williamson rounding out the top 10. Ungari back there in 11th. Cotto back there in 12th. Parmley finishing 13th here tonight. 14th is going to go to Perry. Henry back there in 15th. Darling finishes 16th. Kane back in 17th. Beasley in 18th. Andrew Payne 19th. And Sean Hayes was the winner last week, and he'll finish shotgun to the field here tonight in our feature event. You see Joel going down there. Joe's going to climb the little bump here as he will go to Victory Lane here at Eldora. The 25D in Victory Lane here tonight at Eldora. We'll take a quick break here from the Eldora Speedway, and we'll be back to talk to your podium finishers tonight here at Eldora.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome back here, race fans, to the Eldora Speedway here tonight for the American Sim Racing Club, presented by Tagarè Property Management. It's the Pro Dirt Series here tonight for these guys at Eldora for round number 2. Let's not hit that button again there, Mr. Producer. Let's see if we can get that right. But round number 2 here tonight at Eldora for these drivers, and they put on one heck of a show here at the famous Eldora Speedway. Kicking things off here with our post-race show, let's head down trackside for our driver that's sitting third here tonight on the podium, Tim Rogers. Tim, a great race here tonight, but man, you're going to come up just a couple spots short. 7 spots gained out there, and the dirt was slinging, that is for sure.
Yeah, overall, great race for me. As the track slipped out more, I found my groove a bit up on the cushion, and I was able to go, make my way up through the field. It was hard, but I just felt like, I was smooth coasting up there. But at the end there, those guys, Jacob and Joe, were just way more consistent on the top than I was. I kept hitting the wall, and I was like, you know what, I'll just take third in the interview.
Third is not a bad spot, especially when you look at the drivers and the talent here with the American Sim Racing Club Dirt Series, because, I can tell you, I'd probably be dead last, if lucky, to make one of these features. How does it feel, though, with the competitive field out there?
Oh, well, a little background on me. I grew up racing dirt, but I grew up dirt racing, but not with cars, but on four wheelers, ATVs, on dirt flat tracks. Never made it up to cars. I'm from upstate New York. We're a bunch of we're a bunch of big block modified fans up here. So the late model isn't. I'm not really familiar with it, but I'll make do with what I got, and I'm learning every race.
Well, I'm going to put you on the spot here because I'm from big block country myself down here in Pennsylvania. So who is your favorite big block driver in the Northeast?
Well, I would have to go with Billy Decker, man. He's always fun to watch. He comes up to a track near me, Thunder Mountain. He's a regular there every Saturday night, and he always puts on a good show.
Well, I'll let you slide. You picked the New York driver. You're from. I'll let you slide on that one.
I got to, man.
I'll let you slide. We'll talk big block racing sometime here in the future here, Tim. But congratulations on a podium finish. Who's on the side of this number 21 here tonight that got this car prepared here for Eldora?
Yeah, I just want to thank RogersCar.com for just giving me an awesome late model tonight. Just want to thank the rest of the admin, Team 2, Nick, Dave, Tanner, Andrew, Brett, Dave especially for putting on a great show here at Eldora. Want to also thank the league series sponsor, Tagarè Property Development, for them, supporting the league. Also want to thank the other league sponsors, Luke Oil, PepsiCo, Frito-Lay, and that's about it.
Well, there you hear it from the man. He will finish on the podium tonight in round number 2. Driver of that number 21, Tim Rogers, picked up 7 spots and put himself into a great finishing position. Congratulations to Tim. As Jacob Laster, you're standing over here, and you're not you're pretty familiar with finishing here on the podium with us. And how this 51 do here tonight? You only led, I believe, a lap all evening long.
Yeah, it just track kind of got top dominant, and we were just kind of following everybody and waiting for somebody to make a mistake. And about every time that Joe would hit the wall, I hit the wall. So we just never really could capitalize. I felt like we were a little faster, but like I said, with it being the fixed setups and the track never really wore in good on the bottom, so we didn't really have a chance to go down there and try anything out because we didn't want to give up a bunch of ground with it being 40 laps. So, but we know we'll take a second.
How hard was it to pass here tonight at Eldora as everybody was right up against that outside? And how hard was it when the 25D there of Chrisholm had a little bit of a connection issue right ahead of you?
Yeah, he blinked out one time, and I got a 2X for it, but I don't think it messed up neither one of us. But that's just iRacing deal. I think there's some other guys having some connection issues. I don't know if it was on their end or if it was iRacing. I think some guys was talking about being iRacing, so you'll have that sometimes. That's just part of being on the server. And but yeah, I mean it was overall it was a fun race. I mean it was just white knuckles right up against the wall. It's not really my style, I like to run on the bottom, and so maybe we'll get some tracks in the future coming up where the bottom will come in and show what kind of speed we got maybe.
Yeah, a lot of speed and a lot of tracks coming your way. I believe we're going to head to USA International next week and Cedar Lake the week after. Which one of those 2 tracks could we possibly see this brand new paint scheme? We did notice it's a new color on this number 51. Where do you think we have the best chance to possibly park the 51 in Victory Lane?
I mean, if everything works out well, I mean, we ran decent at USA, but that's a treacherous track, especially as the track wears in. The whoops on the front straightaway and the back straightaway get very dangerous, and a lot of times you get into guys or get into the wall, and there's a lot of times there's accidents there that's not really anybody's fault, but just the product of what we race on. But we've had a lot of luck at Cedar Lake. We've won a couple races at Cedar Lake and some other leagues, so I mean we're excited about what's coming up in the future, man. I think we got a good deal here, good car, and we'll just keep plugging along.
Well, beautiful car. Before we let you go, I know there's a lot of people on the side of this 51. It's beautiful. Congratulations on a podium spot.
Appreciate it, Roger. Yeah, I got to thank all the guys at 399 Esports, Justin and Brandon, for all their support and help. I got to thank all the boys at Flex Motorsports and everything they do for us. I got to thank Max Green, of course. Wouldn't be possible to do it without him. I got to thank JDM Designs for the wrap. Man, he continues to knock them out of the park. And if you want to need a wrap done, go to JDM Designs on Facebook. Get in touch with John Darby, and he'll hook you up. I got to thank you for the broadcast. Enjoy watching the replays, and I got to thank all the guys that put the league on, give us a place to run. It's a headache, and We appreciate them giving us a place to run for sure. And then I just got to thank the wife for taking care of the little one, man, letting me to come in here and do this.
There you hear it from Jacob Laster. He finishes P number 2 here tonight. Not quite able to get that top spot wrangled away from the hot shoe coming in here tonight, making his first ever appearance. That's the driver of the 25D of Joe Chris Holm. He was going to be the winner here tonight of our feature event. Unfortunately, he drove the 29D up onto the stage and then straight back to the trailer. He is already celebrating. He is partying. We'll see if we can get a word in with Chris Holm over the weekend here and possibly get that for all you race fans that tuned in here tonight. So Joe will now have the opportunity next week, if he does make the A main event, when we do head to the USA International Speedway, to start at the back of the field and then pick up a possible 6 bonus points if he can take that 25D and go all the way to the front here and pick up a win at the USA International Speedway. But race fans, it was a great show here tonight at the Eldora Speedway. A lot of drivers had to go home, unfortunately, didn't make the A main event. But, man, they'll be back next week with another shot at the USA International Speedway down there in Florida. We can't wait to get down there to the warmth down in Florida. I kind of say that with a little bit of a chuckle, because if you're from the Northeast here and experiencing that hot heat weather that we've had today and this next couple of days set, it's going to be a hot one, so everybody stay safe out there. But we got to thank Tagarè Property Management once again for coming on board and being the primary sponsor here for the American Sim Racing Club's Pro Dirt Series. We got to thank them. Of course, you can find them down there in Fredericksburg, Virginia. Tagarè Corporation specializes in management of home ownership, the Homeowners Association all across Virginia. We thank them for their support here with the American Sim Racing Club, just like we thank each and every one of you that are tuning in here tonight and supporting the American Sim Racing Club. That's going to about do it, though, here from the Eldora Speedway. We can't wait to see you race fans back on the 17th at the USA International Speedway. So, for everybody at the American Sim Racing Club, everybody at Tagarè Property Management, and all of us here at the Turn 3 Racing Network, my name is Roger Muth, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's show. And until we see you, race fans, next time at the races, everybody stay safe.